I don't even know how I want to start this. Recently, as in like a week or two ago, I was admitted into retreat hospital in the behavioral health unit for a week. I tried to kill myself. It was the lowest point of my life. The week I spent in that ward is something I will never forget. I learned about my illnesses. They are forever. They don't go away. It's incredibly hard to understand if you don't deal with it. I was with people who could look at me and be like, I've been where you were. I know how you're feeling. And so when they tell me it gets better, I can find myself believing them. It made talking about what I did easier. It made talking about what I'm going through easier. It's crazy because when you come to college and you're meeting people for the first time, you ask things like, what's your major? But then you go to a place like this, and the first question is, so why are you in here? For a second, you're like, that's so personal. Like, why would anyone ask that? But that's the normal there, and everyone there is so committed to helping themselves and others, and they can't help you if they don't know what you've been through. And that was actually how I found myself talking about it for the first time. It was an interesting experience. There were 6 groups a day, and we got free time. We got to use a phone. I can't remember the last time I used a phone in a while where you had to dial the number. It was so strange, but we weren't allowed to have our cell phones. Being so disconnected from the outside world and all of my problems, I was able to focus on my healing. But then when I got released, I suddenly felt overwhelmed. I cried more in the 48 hours I was discharged from the hospital than I did my week there. I wasn't in my bubble anymore. I realized my problems didn't just go away because I forgot about them. I suddenly questioned if I was ready to handle all of that. That was when I realized I had to start making changes in my life. I had to start doing what all the therapists told me in the hospital, what my psychiatrist told me, what all of my friends I met there told me. I had to start making better decisions for my life because things weren't going to change on their own. And they weren't going to change overnight. How I describe mental illness. It is literally a supervillain in my head that I have to fight every day just to live. It's been so hard, but I have the best friends and family in the entire world who would do anything to help me. You just have to remember, those people are fighting for you just as hard.